did you know that you can use our DISC and motives report to help motivate somebody and to understand what's underlying the behavior and what they're passionate about? Well, we can, and we're going to look at one of those 6 different traits right now. The one we're going to look at is individualistic. People who are individualistic like to be in control. They like to accept responsibility. They like to be the ones who set the rules and make decisions. Now, it's interesting that a lot of people look at individualistics in a negative way because of this control issue, but what is really helpful to understand is they like additional responsibility. So if you give them a title, that's going to be motivational. You don't have to pay them more. You just have to recognize their contribution in a way that they're adding additional responsibility. The person who I like to use as an example of individualistic is Cleopatra. In her day and age, women weren't very respected. And here we had a woman who was basically ruling the world through 2 men. Okay, she was in control of the situation, right? She was in control of what was happening. She accepted that responsibility and she worked with them to get things done. And that's what individualistics do. They focus on that, but again, they like to be the ones that set the rules. So if you're trying to motivate them, give them an opportunity to set the rules. And what I typically recommend is give them the policies and procedures manual. Give them some of the rules that are already set. Ask them to look at those rules and ask them for recommendations on how they could be improved. And when they say, well, these are pretty good, then all you have to do is say, okay, so you're okay with following them? And they're probably going to say yes, even though they might not. So you have to keep an eye on them because they like to reestablish the rules and like to frame things their own way. So with an individualistic, they like control, they like responsibility, and they like to have power in the relationship, but you don't have to give them money to get them motivated and to get them to do a lot of things within the organization.